Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for clicking on the video. Hope you're all good. In today's one, we're going to talk about the best zombie survival game that you're not playing. Now, the game in question is Project Zomboid. It's been out a while, but it's just had a huge update, which means you can play the new version of the game multiplayer with friends or other players online. Now, a lot of people will be turned off by Project Zomboid because of the view. It's more like this. It's a top-down isometric sort of view, but it shouldn't put you off. And here's why. The game is ridiculously in-depth. If you are into hardcore zombie survival games and you haven't played this game, then I believe you are massively missing out. Let's go and have a look at a few of the features that the game has. We'll have a quick look together at Project Zomboid's trailer. Now, as a zombie survival fan, if you are into that, then this should tickle your fancy somewhat. So we'll play that now.
Live at the military blockade, the message is clear. The Knox event is contained. I repeat, the Knox event is contained.
What happened here? What's happening here? It's not contained. I had to find what I needed to survive. And fight. But there were too many. And this is how I died. The next time, I was smarter. I moved between the shadows. Between the infected. But I wasn't smart enough. And this is how I died. Farmhouse, a place where they'd never find me. I prepped, built defenses. I farmed, I fished, and found a generator to keep me warm through winter. But it needed fuel. There was a gas station back out on the road. I took the car and risked the noise it made. But I would never make it home. This is Project Zomboid. Survive together. Build. Scavenge. Fight. Die. Project Zomboid, the ultimate zombie survival RPG.
It is absolutely brutal. Now, when you first load up onto the Project Zomboid game, you will come up with a list of options and this title screen. So you can continue and load your old games, and there's a whole host of options you've got here. You've got solo join, you've got mods, and you've got workshop support as well with this game. So let's go into a solo, and you get to choose your play style, and you have challenges you can do, and obviously you can pick your mods that you want. So we're just going to go Survivor, and we'll go next. There's 4 different maps, and they're all fairly large and substantial. And then you'll get to this screen. So this is before you even start the game and start playing. You have to choose what occupation you had before the apocalypse. Each one will have certain traits. So as you can see, you've got major skills down here, and chosen traits at the top here. If we go unemployed, right, so at the bottom you have points to spend. Okay, so I've got 8 trait points to spend. So if I wanted, for example, to be lucky, sometimes things just go your way. Right, so I can click lucky on there. Now I've got 4 points to spend, etc, etc. Now you have to balance these out. So if I wanted to be a fast healer, that'll cost me 6 points. Now I'm on -2. I can't start the game, I can't click next until these are balanced. So I need something that will take away 2. So I could put cowardly, which is especially prone to becoming panicked, and then I can go next. Boom. Then you've got a very, very basic character. I like his socks. Now you can pick and choose however you want him to look. Okay, you can go for Captain Picard hair and all sorts of stuff. And you can pick and choose what you want. You can choose his clothing, you can choose his name, etc, etc. Once you're happy with that, you press play and it will start loading up. Now, these are the end times. This game is not for the faint-hearted. Right, and here we are. We're in. There is a semi-tutorial type thing you can do, and hints and tips will come up, but essentially you've got your inventory up here and you've got what's around you here. So I can look in each cupboard and you can see this has lots of food in. So I can just drag that in to my inventory and then you'll be able to gather that. Now the cool thing about Project Zomboid is the details, like I said earlier. So I can literally go to this window, I can shut the curtains on it if I right click. Right, this will stop the zombies from seeing me. I can also go to this TV and I can turn it on. And then I can change the channel here. So if I put it on Life in Living TV, depending on the time of day, Life in Living will have cooking shows, DIY shows, things like that, and you can actually learn skills. So as you can see, boil, fry, bake, your choice, and get yourself a pot of water. And you can see it says cooking is going up, a little up arrow. So that is me now learning how to cook. I can sit on the ground, I can chill out, and I can just watch this. And my cooking skills will go up. Now my skills are in here. So this is your menu to see yourself. You can see your info. Those socks are ace. So you can see my passive skills are here. And then my cooking is now going up. Now the TV will only be on for a short amount of time. The electric will go down in this game. So you'll have a week or so and there'll be no electric. So you've got to get yourself in a good place before the whole thing goes full blackout. You can see what protection you've got. That will be with your clothing and that. I assume I thought my socks would have done better than that, but there we go. And you've got temperature as well. There's a lot to take into on this. I'm going to take a trip outside and we'll see if we die, because this is the way of the game. You can push them away. If you stand on them, they won't be able to get up, and then you can crush their body like that. Oh crap, they're still after me. Kind of need to get out of sight from these guys. There's zombies everywhere. They're everywhere. You can loot them as well. My god, there's a lot, and they're pretty brutal. They will chase you, they will follow you. Oh my god, there's a lot. So being careful is the main aim of the game. Got a medical centre there, that's good to know, because I'm probably going to need that rather shortly. So when it comes to this game, and I say it's hardcore survival, I'm not joking. I think the longest person that's managed to stay alive in this game, it's been 11 months, and I think that's the record. And that's a long freaking time, by the way. I've lasted a week, I think, and then I'm dead. Sometimes it lasts a day. It depends how stupidly you play this game. So the basic thing is, try not to run, try not to make any noise, and sneak everywhere. It's very difficult to get anywhere in this game if you run everywhere. You just attract zombies. They can hear sounds from miles away. You've got to learn how to cook. You've got to watch TV programs and get your skills up before the power goes out. You've got to read books. You've got to play it very cleverly. You can get audio events in this. Now, things like dogs barking or gunshots in the distance, they're not just background noise. They are things that will draw zombies towards you. So if you hear a dog close or a gunshot go near you, then you've got to be prepared for that. There's also a helicopter crash that can happen in the game, which can draw a huge amount of zombies, like you saw in the trailer. Some houses have alarms, so you have to be careful which house you break into. You can smash windows, but will the window be alarmed? So that will obviously again draw attention, and you may have to loop round, double back on yourself to get into that house. The maps are quite large, and it will take a while to familiarise yourself with them. I'm not good on them yet. I've had a few runs on this game, and they have all ended in my inevitable death. You can forage for food as well. You can also farm, and you can also fish. Temperature is a thing, body temperature. So if you're outside in the rain, you will start to get cold. That will have an adverse effect on you, and you could get sick and you could die. You have to go inside if it rains. It's a rough gig, this one. You can also scream and shout in this game. So I believe the button is the Q button. If you want to draw attention, you can shout, by pressing Q and draw zombies away from an area. The fact that they've implemented the multiplayer in the new build now is a huge thing that we're all missing out on. I'm hopefully going to do a short playthrough, and if you want to see that, then please think about subscribing and let me know in the comments if you want to see that. I'm going to do that with my friend, and we're going to have a little playthrough and see how far we get. There's so many factors in this game that you need to take into account, down to the point of, if you find tweezers, keep them on you, because you can use them to pull out glass if you go through a broken window, etc. You can also build, as you've seen in the trailer, you can build and construct entire bases from scratch in Project Zomboid. They include stairs, etc, etc. You can make a farm. That kind of progress, I assume, will take, I've never got there, will take a long time. For £15, you can easily get your money's worth. If you find it too difficult, you can change zombie settings as there is a sandbox mode, so you can turn down the spawn rate and things like that, and you shouldn't be ashamed of that, because this game is excessively difficult. Now, when you do die in Project Zomboid, your player will come back as a zombie, so there is scope for you to go and find your past self and kill yourself and get your stuff back. Finding your past self, however, will be rather difficult. And can you really do that to yourself? Questions need to be asked. The inventory system is brilliant. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you're used to it, it's pretty damn good. I would also like to credit the footage in the background. It isn't mine. I'm not as successful as this guy. This guy is Mr. Atomic Duck. He's another British YouTuber, and he has some amazing guides on this game. So the link will be in the description. I'll put a card up here for his video, for this exact video, and go and check him out, because if you're going to get into this game, he's a good one to watch. Right guys, I'm going to leave it there. Now let me know if you're interested in this, or if you've already played it before. Let me know in the comments. £15, and with the new update, and you can play with your buddies, this is going to be good. I'm going to play with my good friend Von Grimm, hopefully at some point in the future, and if you want to see that video, please consider subscribing, because there's going to be a hell of a lot of death. So I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.